So what's a good first step for an actor to actually find a character?
Okay, read the whole
Because
script.
a lot of times people want to
Read the whole script. In our class, what we do with the, and in film, there's very little to go on. You're really working with pebbles.
Yeah.
To make across the river, pebbles. You got to look at everything he wrote about you. Where are you? Can you see where you come from? What do you do for a living? Where are you playing this scene? What does the scene have to do with what you say?
Yeah.
When you're on Star Trek and they're talking about, Klingons, the guy, there's this command. You have to command it. You have to make believe that the ship will explode if you don't do certain things.
Right.
That's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
40 so and so, 40 on. Let's go. And then you put you're commanding. That's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And if you go, yeah,
right.
Well, the ship will blow up.
Right. It's too late.
It's too late. But you learn that in Shakespeare. You learn where to put your hand. You move your hands a lot. You had an actor come in and do a monologue. And he said he worked on it. He did. And he sat there doing all this stuff. And I let him get on. I said, well, that's okay. That's what you worked on. I can't make him work. I can't make an actor work. But you prove to yourself how much you love it if you throw yourself into it.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I mean, don't you think it makes a difference in the process of acting if an actor goes in a room and they see the passion and the thought and the preparation in it, as opposed to somebody that comes in and just
and let me make a point.
Yeah.
You may do it wrong, but you did it according to what's written.
Yeah.
And that's all you did not lose the part.
Yeah.
They don't see it the way you saw it. And move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
I think there's a phrase you always share that if you were meant to get the part.
Oh yeah. I don't think you ever lose a part that was yours. Ever. You never lose a part that was yours.
Yeah.
And you cannot do anything to change their mind. You think of things like that wonderful movie Misery that Kathy Bates did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what was written for him? Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh yeah.
That would change. How's she going to take a knife and, but that's what they saw. But Kathy Bates turned it around, didn't she?
Yeah.
And she turned it around hard.
Oh yeah.
But she can.
Right.
You look at her in anything, Titanic, anything, you see her, you watch her. She's got a command. She is an actress.
Yeah.
A good actress.
Yeah.
She's right up there. There's a great actor. There's a woman who's playing a woman of writing on HBO. Who's a woman that's very funny. She's very funny. She's a little overweight. Her husband and her, does a lot of movies. No, she's got the lead in the movie right now. She did a movie with the guy, and she took him over and took him on a long trip. She's really funny, and she does a lot of movies. Here I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. She's done everything. She's on every movie every time. And she's on Ellen all the time. They have a wonderful relationship. That's a great actress, if I could remember the name. But you can see and she's playing a very demure woman on this HBO series, that the woman cannot publish her own work because she's a woman. It's a different time. And she's going to do it. And she throws herself into stuff. Whether she's good or not, she's committed. I'll watch her.
I think
what?
Amy Adams.
No, she's very good too.
I think when you said throw yourself into something, talk a little bit about going into the uncomfortableness. There's a lot of people that want to be controlled and they want to come in with their own persona. And I think a lot of times, and you mentioned this the other day, somebody was trying to do something and it was uncomfortable to them.
Right.
But they went there.
Right.
And it worked.
Yeah. Because
physicality.
In your craft, you should never be completely comfortable. You should always have that little jet thing that's gonna push you hard. You've got to tell your partner what you're gonna do. It's got to be spoken. There's no dangerous choices. You got to say, look, can I touch you here? Yeah, I'm looking with an actor in the love scene. Can you touch her here? Can you move your hand up there? Can you bring her in from that place? You've got to talk to the partner, because it all should be trust.
Yeah.
And she should really.
And besides that trust and, making a choice and taking a risk and kind of going into that uncomfortable zone, like, what are some of the bad habits with actors that are, maybe brand new or they've been around and
they
come into
move.
your class?
They move too much. 60 or 90% of my work is to stop people from moving. There's a camera. There's a theater. I don't believe in on camera crap. You know how to act. You know how to act. Stella said the instrument is like a gas jet. You turn it all the way up for theater and you turn it back down, and it should have the same stakes. I don't teach you. My actors are trained for film. I'm training them behind their back.
Yeah.
You can't move that much. You've got to stay still. The camera's not going to be on the floor. You look down, we lose you. You've got to look up. You're giving us your performance. You're being private in public. Extremely private.
Yeah. How do you think that's impacted actors that you've worked with when they've crossed that barrier from, they get rid of those bad habits and then they
I hate
stop moving?
I hate to talk about him all the time.
Yeah.
But Benicio, in his series of movies, he throws himself so fully in the. I am appalled at some of the things he has to do. But he puts himself in that place. This man killed my children. His children will die. There is so much revenge. You cannot have apathy for a man who kills people. You have to go down to his level, and that's what Benicio does. I'm doing this because you did this. Is it right? Is it revenge? Doesn't matter. His character's doing it. It must kill Benicio to shoot those kids. But he wants them dead, and he wants the man to watch it. This is the pain you caused me. Now we're even. And there is a vengeance and a intensity and a cleansing when they're shot. He's done his work.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to take in any consideration his feelings. As Benicio, he couldn't kill those kids. But as a character, he can. You will understand that man's vengeance from what that man did to him.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And he does it. You can't, it's great because there's characters that have to learn. The woman who's wonderful. What's her name? She's wonderful in the movie. Devil Wears Prada. She played the.
Must be Anne Hathaway.
No, in Devil Wears Prada, the girl who's the secretary, the British girl.
Anne Hathaway.
No, she's the main one. The British girl next to her. She's in Benno's movie.
Oh.
It's horrible.
Emily Hunt.
Is it Blood? She's amazing.
Yeah.
She plays this bitchy, cold secretary in Devil Wears Prada. Then she comes and she has to be she doesn't know that. What am I doing with this gun?
Yeah.
And then he said, here, you got to use it.
Yeah.
You got to step up.
Yeah.
And she has to give up all of her instincts, all of her empathy. She's got to do a job. When you're in war in the Middle East, they send a kid with a bomb because they know we don't have the heart to kill the kid. We've got to kill that kid because that kid is going to blow us up.
Yeah.
You got to think revenge from the character, not you, not your empathy.
As far as writing scripts, because I know that you worked with Michael Mann, and you worked with a lot of other people in the industry too.
Right.
What do you think for writers that are out there, if you're a writer that's watching, what do you think are the problems that the writers have
when you have your script, when you're done your script?
Yeah.
Write down on a list those 3 lists. What I say about myself, what other people say about me. Those are 3 lists. What I say about myself, what other people say about me. That's the world. That's the world.
Yeah.
And you will get a list of those 3 factors. And they will feed you something.
Yeah.
Benicio loves this technique. He comes in, he tells them it's the technique. Don't worry about scene. Know the technique. Know the technique. He says that when he comes to visit. He plays the most grotesque, ruthless man that scares me, but I'm glad he's there to protect me.
Yep. With writers, one thing came to mind. There was a class I took, and a lot of people in the class, they end up doing other things. I know there's people in class that want to be a director, they want to be a writer, they want to be an actor, and these days, successful actors are also directors and writers too.
But you've got to know how to act before you can direct.
Right.
You've got to look at the script, what those 3 lists, and you've got to take, when you write, what am I writing? What am I giving this person to do?
So would you say your class would be beneficial for writers and directors that don't necessarily want to act?
No, it doesn't matter. You've got to talk to the actor.
Right.
You've got to have a conversation. You've got to talk their talk. And if your script doesn't give them enough, you got to give it to them.
I know a lot of writers and directors that take acting classes not only to learn the craft, but also because they're around other talented people that are working on their craft so that they can work on their projects.
It's important. I work with directors who don't know anything about acting.
Yeah.
And they're mesmerized about what they haven't written.
Yeah. So there's 3 lists about every character? You said there's 3?
What I say about me, what other people said about me, and what the author said.
And what the author said.
Those 3, and what the author would be is the breakdown. What did they give you in the breakdown?
Yeah.
And then what do you extract from that? How can you take the things in the breakdown and parallel them to the things in the script?
And let's talk a little bit about what other people say to me.
Yep.
I'm imagining if you read the whole script,
yep,
you get clues.
Yep. But if you're a writer, give me those clues.
Right.
If you're a writer, send me on those journeys. Look at your script. Oh God, a Shakespeare. All of a sudden, a character appears out of nowhere. They got lost. But that guy's got to play that guy and go in. And then he winds up holding Hamlet, the dead guy, and he just comes in to hold him at the end.
Right.
Nothing's perfect, but gee, many Christmas,
Yeah.
Where did that guy come from? Where's he been? Yeah. Why is he important to hold Hamlet as he dies?
Yeah. Which really fills out the whole life of the...
Yep, but you got to go with it.
Yeah.
You got to go with it. You've got to go. The script.
They just come walking in, you don't know anything. It would be like a comedy.
Well, there those actors stand. I see them. They're standing there. Action means do something. Yeah. Action means do something. It doesn't mean feel.
Yeah.
Do something. Action, not feel.
Maybe talk a little bit about your analysis with I know you mentioned Bad Times at the El Royale.
It was a bad time.
Yeah.
Well, I was mesmerized. I'm struggling to get a script written in a little miniseries. And I think that whoever got all that money.
Yeah.
How did he do it?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, this is Beckett, or this is some great style. No, there wasn't any. There was no content. And I saw those actors, and that one actor is naked. That's what we get. He's naked. He goes into the ocean. Where did he come from? Where is he going to? And who does he know? That none of these characters connected.
Yeah.
They were all in there, in this like kaleidoscope of moments. But the kaleidoscope didn't take me anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't give us a kaleidoscope. You got to take us on a journey. If you're going to do Beckett, do Beckett. I don't know what that was. And I don't know why. I was insulted by the guy's nudity because it was cheap.
Yeah.
He's a gorgeous man. And you got to see his butt and his back. Oh, but why? Why did he go to the ocean?
That just seemed like
when you go in plays, when you go to the ocean, that's man going back to where he was born.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I wanted to see all the killing, the guns. I wanted to know why. I couldn't get on the train. Then I felt sorry for the actors. It's them. It's theirs.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm not smart enough to understand it, but I understand a lot of styles of Elizabethan, Moliere. There's a lot of Beckett. I understand those stuff. Take me on those journeys, but give me the roadblocks to take me there.
Yeah.
the guns, the killing, it wouldn't lead me anywhere. And then we go back again, they'd come back.
Yep.
I was completely confused. And I was hoping constantly to get something out of it. And I couldn't. Sorry.
Talk about some of the new talent you see right now. Anyone that impresses?
Oh my God!
Anyone that impresses you? That's just.
I feel ashamed that I don't know his name, but he was in this movie. Call Me by Your Name. Call Me by Your Name. That young boy was amazing, and I just saw him yesterday in Beautiful Boy. He's more amazing because he played nothing like that lost boy. That was the most beautiful movie about human sexuality, male sexuality, which we never deal with. You know, we go with women, we deal with some part with women. That's unfair. We have very, very rigid ways of seeing women.
Yeah.
I think because they're men, direct them a certain way. I mean, this boy in Call Me by Your Name, it's amazing what they both did. They both were amazing. Hammer, his name is Hammer. That they were both together. They were amazing. I can't stop watching the movie.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yep.
And Armie Hammer.
Yep.
Timothy Chalamet. Yes, I've seen him twice in Call Me by Your Name, and I saw him on Beautiful Boy. And Beautiful Boy is so exquisite, and it hurt me because I have a very dear friend to my heart who's struggling with the same thing.
Yeah.
So it broke my heart. It broke my heart to watch it.
How about some of the actresses right now?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Like who have you seen lately that?
I like all the women in the HBO's. What's that? What's it called? HBO series on women.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That with the man brutally doing what he did, and the women get revenge. It's not revenge. It's that they settle the score.
Yeah.
You know, women right now, it's a horrible time. It's a very important time for them because they're turning something. Something in this country is turning. That woman was not listened to.
Yeah.
In a board of men.